Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tuesday, July 7th. It is 2 p.m. We're here for a town board meeting. I want to welcome each and every one of you. Hope you had a great 4th of July. And before we go any further, we'd like to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And Councilwoman Waski, would you please lead us?
Yes, thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Councilman Rothwell, do we have someone for the invitation?
Yes, we do. Once again, we are honored today to have Lieutenant Togara here from the Salvation Army Riverhead Corps Community Center. So we'd appreciate if you'd be able to come forward and lead us in our invocation, and thank you for joining us once again.
Good afternoon. Let us pray. God of all creation, we come together mindful of the responsibilities entrusted those who serve the public. As they begin this meeting, we seek your wisdom, humility, and guidance. Having recently celebrated Independence Day and the 250th anniversary of this great nation's founding, we give thanks for the vision, courage, and sacrifices of those who laid the foundations of the liberty. We are grateful for the freedoms we enjoy and recognize that each generation is called to preserve those blessings. Inspire these leaders today to govern with fairness, wisdom, and foresight. May their decisions reflect not only knowledge, but also compassion. Help them to balance differing needs with care and pursue solutions that strengthen the well-being of the entire community. Let this time be marked by thoughtful dialogue, mutual respect, and a genuine desire to seek the common good. When challenges arise, grant patience. When opinions differ, grant understanding. And in all things, guide this body towards decisions that are just, honorable, and beneficial for all. We remember the people of this town, families, workers, first responders, educators, business owners, veterans, and those whose struggles may go unseen. May their needs be considered, their voices valued, and their hopes remembered in the work accomplished here. Bless this gathering with a spirit of unity and shared purpose. May the work accomplished here today contribute to a stronger, more connected, and more hopeful community. We begin this meeting with gratitude and intention, asking for your continued blessing upon this town and upon the United States of America. Amen.
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 Thank you very much.
Do we have any announcements today? I have a couple, but I'd like to offer it to our council people if you have any first.
Sure. I have a couple of announcements. Give me a sec. Saturday, July 11th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the First Baptist Church of Riverhead. There's going to be a no-cost lung cancer screening event. So that's this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the First Baptist Church, which is on Northville Turnpike. That's one. My second one is a little further away. It's Sunday, July 26th. The rec department is having a Rise Up car show at Stotchke Park. That's the 26th. That's 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a great car show. It's amazing.
Thank you, Councilman Kern.
So just have one announcement. I did work with the planning department in light of the pending changes to the town site plan review procedure. So I just wanted to kind of make a statement. We've gotten a number, I think all of us have gotten a number of emails on concerns about how that's going to move forward. And relating to the pre-submission conferences, I want to advise the pre-submission conferences are held on Tuesdays and are held in 45-minute increments starting around 9:30 a.m. Pre-submission conferences and agendas are posted every Friday by the Planning Division on the agenda and minutes section of the town's website. In the event no pre-submission conference are scheduled, an agenda is posted indicating that there are none, just so that the public doesn't come and nothing is here. Additionally, the agenda contains the property address, tax map, zoning use district, proposed use, as well as a contact person for the project. While pre-submission conferences are not required, they are a valuable first step in the site plan review process for the town staff, applicants, and the public at large. Pre-submission conferences are and remain open to the public, and the public is encouraged to attend and participate. So I would like the planning department to prepare an announcement or memo posted to the town website alerting the public of the pre-submission procedures. So these are just things and directives that we as a town board can do, with the planning department to make certain that the public can be part of the process from the initial pre-submission all the way up to its final thing. So we just don't want anybody to feel like in any way there's any way limited public engagement. You can start and the public can speak their mind at the very first steps in the pre-submission hearings.
Councilwoman, anything?
I'm going to defer to Councilwoman Waskey about the Jamesport fireworks and parade and carnival.
Yes, this coming Tuesday, the Jamesport Carnival begins. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year. So that's Tuesday evening, and then Wednesday at 7 p.m. is the kickoff for the parade, which is always a great event, very well attended. And then Saturday is the fireworks at 10 p.m. And they can be seen all around Jamesport. They're always a great show. Let's hope for good weather. And I hope to see everybody there. It's going to be wonderful. And if you don't mind, while I have everyone's attention, I just wanted to thank everyone that participated this past weekend in America 250. The parade was phenomenal. It brought me back to when I was a child going to the parade that used to be down Main Street for 4th of July. And we were on a float that was built for us. And as we turned the corner and I saw all the people, I was like, wow, this is what it used to be like. And I remember being a kid and being so excited to go to the parade. We'd be in my mom's 1970 gold Dodge Dart, and I'd be standing in the back of the back seat. You didn't have a seatbelt back then, nothing. And it was nothing but great energy going to the parade. And I felt that again this time. And the events down at the beach with the fireworks, it was phenomenal. That actually came from way back in October. Then Supervisor Hubbard and the committee and myself were discussing the fireworks and downtown. And Supervisor Hubbard and I said, God, remember what it was like when they were down at the beach, way back when? And I was like, that's where they should be. And we both agreed, who wants to be on Main Street on the 4th of July? You want to be at the beach. So now the rest is history for that. And I really think that it was a great event. And I thank you for all that participated. And I really, really thank the employees of the town of Riverhead that volunteered their time to help with our float. They took time out, outside of their work schedule, and the float was phenomenal. So thank you to every employee that helped out with that.
And I think the float, the cake is going to be here at Town Hall. Is that right, Supervisor?
It is,
Yes.
and also going to be in you want to announce that?
Yep, go ahead.
Where Joanne had a great idea to use that again in the Jamesport Parade, so we're excited to do that. So Councilwoman Waskey, that was a good on you, and that's really great. And again, thank you to so many people. I think one of the issues, our sewer department, our water, B&G, right there at the beach, they came through tremendously. Obviously, after the fireworks were over, our PD and first responders did an excellent job getting to everybody, and we were lucky to have no injuries from all of that weather that we've had reported so far that we know of. So we are blessed as a community, and it was an amazing show, and what a great night. And I think helped. Thank you to everyone who did that. So I know that that's across the board.
And if I can just add
Absolutely,
to that,
sure.
it's like during the 4th of July night, I can't say enough, of course, our police department, our men and women, the response, but just as the supervisor said, every fire department was just inundated with the volume of calls, and our RVAC paramedics from RVAC and Wading River, all 4 fire departments were just running, and it was hard to get to every call and trying to assign personnel to each one, but they did it, and they did a phenomenal job. I also must commend Mike Zaleski and the highway department. I mean, they have been working around the clock, and a lot of people have called us and asked, when is my tree going? And a lot of the trees have wires through them. And so there's a process involved where PSCG has to come and absolutely confirm the power's off and remove those wires before we can begin to clear the pathways. We are aware there are still streets in Wading River that are still blocked by trees, but they're doing a phenomenal job. They're working around the clock. Can't thank them enough for the work that they did, and thank God, as the supervisor said, everybody was safe that night. But it's an ongoing process. We left the fireworks and this great smiles, and then suddenly the Lord had a different plan that night on how he was going to end that night. And then, of course, the rains have come. Rains were desperately needed for the farm fields, maybe not all at once in one shot, but just a great shout out to all the volunteers of all 4 of our fire departments, our police department, our highway department. They did a phenomenal job and continue to do it. And the volume of calls are still coming in today, still responding to down trees because they're still weak out there. The grounds are very wet and saturated now, and some of those trees that were slightly leaning are still coming down and taking power lines with them. And we know people are out of power, and we feel for you, and sorry, but everybody's doing the best they can, so.
And with that, I just want to, we just did a press release for it, and everybody up here had kind of chimed in on this. So this is a complete board. But to help with the disposal of individual residents' storm debris, our yard waste facilities will be temporarily open to all residents beginning tomorrow, Wednesday, July 8th through Sunday, July 12th. And this means that you do not have to have a yard waste sticker, but upon showing proof of your residency, you will need residency to the attendant, and you may dispose of your yard waste at either the north or the south. Our normal B&G guys will be at the normal yard waste, and then Highway's going to be manning the other one, I believe, on Youngs Avenue. But the normal yard waste rules still apply, meaning single axle only, no dump trucks, and no commercial vehicles. So please make sure that you do that. We want to make sure that we're able to get the debris out of your yard, give you somewhere. And then our normal yard waste hours and regulations will resume on Monday, July 13th. I know Mike Selesky worked with our team this morning along with Ken Testa, so thank you for making that a possibility. Thank you for each and every person up here that suggested that. I think that's great. So are there any other announcements that we
Better talk about it live on 25.
Yes, yep, that's the, yep, keep
Can I
going.
just follow up with the yard waste? You want to keep leaves separate, you know, I mean, because if
Yep.
everything is together, it becomes a problem.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. So live on, did you want to announce it?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
It's on here, but we're postponing July 9th on live on 25, and there is another date coming while we continue to do the cleanup and making sure that that event is successful as it can be, because we want our residents to enjoy it thoroughly. So, did you want
I think just with the certain vendors, as still residents certainly, and I know in Wading River area, the streets are down with power. So trying to prepare for Live in 25 for the management company to go out there and to be able to spray paint mark out, the specific spots in the pouring rain, it just was not working. And I just think we're all following a difficult hardship, and everybody's looking for time to go home and clean up their yards and other things. So just by postponing, it gives a little more time for preparations to make sure that at that time we're all back to smiley faces and maybe out of the storm and can enjoy a good night out. So.
And if you have a home that was damaged by the storm and you reach out to our building department, they're going to help you in that way. I believe they're working on something to help with the storm. And then also our recreation department asked me to advise that the recreation program updates and cancellations will be communicated via email and text messages. And so if you've opted into this communication, make sure that you're paying attention to that. But if you did not opt in, maybe you want to, so you know where our programs are. So. Ms. Merrifield, or Councilwoman Merrifield, did you have one more?
I just wanted to add one more thing about our float. I wanted to thank Mike Selesky and Dave Zabrowski. They did a phenomenal job. And there was also another person from the sewer department. I apologize, but that person did a great job painting boxes on there as well. It was just a beautiful float. I was so happy. I don't recall his name, though. Alex?
Yep.
Thank you,
I believe
Alex.
so.
It was terrific. Thank you.
I thought Georgette was going to jump out of the cake.
She did a great job as Grand Marshal,
Yes.
Yes, she
Georgette
did.
Case. She looked beautiful, and she was ear to ear smiles.
I just
I was
regret
so
that I
happy
haven't
for
been
her.
able to see it. I haven't seen the parade.
Yeah,
I
no,
had it
right.
parade on Channel 22, right?
Yes, you can. You can go back and watch it. Yep. Okay, with that in mind, I don't think we have any other announcements. All right, we'll turn it over to our town clerk for correspondence, please.
We can't
And
leave.
reports. What's that? Okay.
Do we have any correspondence? Let's see.
Just a few.
Yeah, we received several letters, some of an eminent domain, Peconic Hotel, some from, I'm sorry, I'm reading as we go along. I read them all as they come in. Chapter 301, temporary moratorium, a whole host, but I received a bunch of letters on the BES, which is the Battery Energy Storage System. I got inundated with those letters towards the end of last week, and I'm not sure what prompted that, but maybe it's a planning issue at this point. But and that's about it. But all of those letters are posted, and they are posted on the agenda. So when you go on the town website to go under the agenda for this meeting, you can peruse through all of them and read them verbatim. And that concludes that. And under reports, we received the receiver of taxes total tax collection as of the June 18th at $195,973,714.09. And the town clerk's monthly report for June was $12,023.25. And that concludes our announcement, our correspondence and reports.
Thank you, sir. Moving right into our first public hearing, which was scheduled for 2:10, it's 2:16. It's to amend Chapter 289, the R4 parking regulations, and I believe Councilor Howard is going to walk us through that.
Yes, thank you. This is an amendment to Chapter 289, Section 10, areas where parking is prohibited. This came from the Traffic Safety Committee. It is proposed to be on both sides of Sound Avenue from its intersection with Toomey Avenue, both east and west for a distance of 200 feet, and then along both sides of Toomey Avenue from the intersection with Sound Avenue, south for a distance of 200 feet. And this is just intended to improve sight lines and prevent any obstructions when people are turning from Toomey Avenue onto Sound Avenue.
Okay, with that, what we'll do is we'll open this up, our public hearing, to public comment. So we ask that when you come to the podium or online, that you please say your name and your hamlet. And please keep your comments to this specific public.
Yes.
Sorry, not to you, Ward, sorry to say that. Go ahead.
Yes, Warren McKnight, Riverhead. Everybody knows that area, especially in the fall, and it's reminds me of 58 and the shopping centers. It's just it's chaos. Cars park all over the place. So it'll be for public safety. I think it's a good idea, and so is it going to be enforced? That's the whole thing. There's no parking on those areas, and that remains to be seen. I hope it is, and I hope people are aware of it, and they'll have to cope, and unfortunately, the businesses will have to accommodate them, and there's an overflow where you got to say enough is enough. When something is sold out, it's sold out. So I think it's for public safety, it's worth it.
Thank you, Mr. McKnight. Thank you for your passion for our town. Is there anyone online for this? No one online? Give people in our room a second longer to contemplate. Okay, I believe with that, we will keep this open for 10 days for public written comment, so that will be July 17th, and then we'll close this portion of the public hearing. And with that, we will move into our comments on resolutions from the public. So if you're in the room and you have a comment on one of our resolutions, again, you'll have 3 minutes. We ask that you keep it centered around those specific resolutions. We will have open comment at the end, and if we don't respond, we are listening to understand. Sir.
Good afternoon, Board. Supervisor,
Could you just pull the mic up a little bit closer? I know we want to hear you, really. Thank you very much.
My name is Mario Carrera, and I've been a resident in Riverhead for a long time. All my kids have been raised here and love this town, and I love what you are all doing to actually make this such a good place to live. But the reason why I'm actually here in particular is in regards to some proposed legislation that might come down the pike. Lieutenant Devereaux reached out to me, and it's in regards to duck blinds.
Well, so if you could wait, you're going to, this is
sorry.
during these specific resolutions?
Oh, okay.
So after we're done with this and we go through the resolutions, then we'll have open comment, and then you can come
sorry.
back. No, that's totally
All right,
understood
good.
and fine. So
Okay.
be happy. Thank you for being patient with us, and we'll look forward to your comments then.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for volunteering with the fire department.
Yes, sir. Is there anybody online? Nobody right now.
John McAuliffe, Rolling Woods, Roanoke Landing. First, I wanted to congratulate everybody that worked on the 250th anniversary. I thought that the whole array of things, we couldn't stay for the fireworks because we had dogs that would have gone nuts if we weren't with them, but the whole setup that took place, and I'm glad you survived the storm without difficulty. I have comments on two resolutions related to the town square, which is number 4 and I think it's almost the last one. 52. 52 I think is fine. Number 4, I don't have any hope that you would do this, but I would encourage you to vote it down and not proceed with things that encourage the construction of the hotel. I sent a letter that is in the list, number 30, and I don't know if you had a chance to look at the letter or look at the renderings that I attached from that were made in a semi-amateur way from the GPT system that show what the square looks like with a hotel and without a hotel. I mean, I'll give you additional copies of it now, and I will put copies here if anybody wishes to compare those two things. But at any rate, I think that this conversation will go on in a variety of forms, and including when the issue goes to the IDA. But in terms of your agenda today, I just encourage you to vote down number 4 and vote for the recreational part. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. McCullough, for your comments. Everybody else in our room that would like to speak on resolutions, or anyone online? There's not. You can just give those to the clerk, sir.
Okay, we're going to start with resolution.
Oh, sorry, he wants to.
Oh, did I get this already? Is this something new?
It's what was in the attachment.
Oh, so they already got it already?
Yes, sir.
We received it.
In color.
Yeah, John, it's in our packet. All
Yes,
of
sir.
us have it in
All
color.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole,
Anybody else?
the whole world got it.
He said that. He said additional. Thank you, sir.
Okay, resolution number 1, which is resolution 633.
Water District Capital Project number 82301, budget adjustment. So moved.
Second,
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 634.
Water Capital Project number 81851, USGS test wells closure. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 635.
Water District Capital Project 82605, National Grid Hydrant Relocation, Mill Road, budget adjustment. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
I just want to thank the Water Department for painting all the fire hydrants downtown. Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolutions 636.
Water District Capital Project number 82612, Peconic River Hotel, 127 East Main Street, budget adoption. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 637.
Capital Project number 52513, EWR 2025-2026, highway budget adjustment. So moved.
Second,
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 638.
Budget adjustment for purchase of new bucket truck for street lighting division. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 639.
Ratifies budget adjustment for East Creek boat launch repairs. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Pagari, for bringing this to my attention. Thank you.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
I just want to say that I know it didn't have a chance to go before the CAC committee, which generally reviews things of this nature, but this was an emergency repair that had to be done right away. Apparently, there were like rebar that was coming out of it, and so in the interest of nobody getting hurt, it didn't have a chance really to go through the CAC first as emergency repair. However, Greg Bergman from the planning kind of looked it over, and there's nothing out of the ordinary, in terms of what was being used to repair and do that. So just wanted the CAC to be aware of that. I vote yes.
Halpin.
Same, yes, all of that.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 640.
Suffolk County Water Authority Federal Pass-Through Grant for 2025 Budget Adjustment. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
This does show that we can work together with the Suffolk County Water Authority to get clean drinking water to our
Got it.
residents up in Manorville, and that was a great project that came to fruition, and so absolutely yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 641.
Budget adjustment to pay down town square bands. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 642.
Budget adjustment to pay down 2018 Series B bond refunding. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yeah, this is exciting. We're paying off that CPF debt, and so this is, yes, absolutely.
That resolution is adopted. Resolution 643.
Acceptance of donations from George and Janice Gabrielson family, June 2026. So moved.
Seconded, and thank you.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes, thank you to the Gabrielson family for always being so good to the town of Riverhead.
Merrifield.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Kern.
Yes, thank you.
Rothwell.
Thank you very much, yes.
Halpin.
Thank you, and yes.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 644.
Accepts donation from the Riverhead Police Benevolent Association for the PAL Bike Rodeo sponsorship. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
It's a great event, yes.
Halpin.
It was so much fun, yeah, yes.
It's so much fun. Resolution is adopted. Resolution 645.
Authorizes purchase of Meals on Wheels truck for seniors department and approves budget adjustments. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 646.
Sets the fees for showmobile usage. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 647.
Amends resolution number 2026-107, setting fees for Riverhead scavenger waste. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 648.
Appoints a student intern 2 to the engineering department. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 649.
Appoints a student intern 2 to the engineering department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 650.
Appoint seasonal personnel to the recreation department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 651.
Appoints part-time court officers to the police department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 652.
Ratifies the appointment of a part-time office assistant. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 653.
Ratifies the appointment of a part-time office assistant. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski.
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes.
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 654.
Appoints a senior justice court clerk. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 655.
Appoints maintenance mechanic twos to the engineering department. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 656.
Amends Resolution 2026-605, appointing an automotive equipment operator. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 657.
Appoints Amy Elise to the Emerging Technology Committee. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 658.
Appoints Salim Massoud as chairman of the Anti-Bias Task Force. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 659.
Reappoints Tom Nigel to the Veterans Advisory Committee. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 660.
Reappoints Kimberly Judd to the Veterans Advisory Committee. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
So both Kimberly Judd and Tom Nijon have been so instrumental and constant work with the veterans. People have seen their banners up. They've seen so many of the projects we're doing. We did lose one veterans tree. We're going to get that repaired from the storm. But they've just been a phenomenal, and as well as Tom's wife. And so just, Carrie Nijon as well. And just so thank you to all of them, yes.
and Halpin.
Yes, sir.
The resolution is adopted. Resolution 661.
Ratifies the resignation of a minibus driver. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 662.
Ratifies the resignation of an automotive equipment operator. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 663.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 289-17 of the Riverhead Town Code titled Parking Time Limited. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 664.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 289 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Vehicles, Traffic, and Parking Regulations. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 665.
Authorizes town,
Did you want me to read it? He's
So
gonna pull it.
the next resolution, 665, is the one that I spoke about at the work session, addressing docks under Chapter 293. That one was supposed to be pulled out. I wanted to have a work session discussion on it first and make a couple other changes to it. So at this point, since it's in the packet, my recommendation would be to put it on the table,
okay,
and then we'll deal with it at the next meeting.
okay. So, authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 293 of the Riverhead Town Code, and I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
Vote, please, the table.
Woski,
Yes to table.
Merrifield,
Yes to table.
Kern,
Yes to table.
Rothwell,
Yes, the table.
Halpin.
Yes, sir, to table.
Okay, that resolution has been tabled.
Thank you, and I apologize for the confusion on that.
That's okay.
It's okay, thank you.
You caught it in time.
Okay, we're moving on to Resolution 666.
Adopts a local law to amend Chapter 301, Article 17 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Business F Zoning Use District, Manufacturers Outlet Center Overlay Zone. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 667.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post notice to bidders for Q's Flexi-Trax C550C portable video pipe inspection camera or equal for the Riverhead Sewer District. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 668.
Ratifies authorization for the town clerk to publish and post requests for proposals for the redevelopment of the Railroad Street property designated as Transit-Oriented Development, TOD. So moved.
second,
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 669.
ratifies award for requests for proposals for buses for Recreation Department summer day camp trips. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
Yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 670.
Approves the special event Chapter 255 application for the Chamber of Commerce concerts in the park. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
3 dates on there, if you take note of them. Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 671.
Approve special event Chapter 255 application for Halleckville Farm Museum, Halleckville Hootenanny. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
I never thought I'd say Hootenanny in my life, but yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Wooten Nanny. All right. Resolution is adopted. Resolution 672.
Approve special event Chapter 255 application for Iglesia Pentecostal Familia de Dios prayer service. So moved.
second,
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 673.
approve fireworks application for Jamesport Fire Department, July 18, 2026. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
Yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 674.
Ratifies approval of fireworks and designates alcohol vendor for the Town of Riverhead America 250 July 4th, 2026 event at South Jamesport Beach. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield.
Yes.
Kern,
yes,
Rothwell.
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 675.
Authorizes additional designated alcohol service vendor to serve alcohol at the 2026 Alive on 25 Street Festival. So moved.
Seconded. But do we want to amend the dates
Yeah.
on this?
Yeah, we need to,
Do we have the makeup date?
I don't think so.
we do not have the second makeup date, so we could just at least scratch the July 9th from there. So if we want to amend it to remove that date,
But can we just add a second date to be determined?
yep, we sure
So we
can.
don't have to
Yeah.
go back and vote a second date?
You
That
got
would be
it.
fine.
Sure. How do you want to word that, Council?
So we can amend it to, what's, the other one is August 10th?
August
12th.
6th.
August 6th.
August 6th.
August 6th.
So August 6th and a second date to be determined.
And if I could just give a brief explanation on why that date is to be determined. When that date was originally chosen as the rain date, it was several months ago, and the consideration of the Polish Town Fair and Festival was not thought about, and they do not want to have some big event right before the Polish Town Fair event, in fairness. So they will be coming up with a new date along with the Town of Riverhead.
So do we also want to just strike out rain date?
Yeah.
August 12th as well?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, was both those dates, please.
Yes.
Counselor, I thought you took care of that, sorry. Good catch, good call.
So should I reread that as amended?
Sure. Can't hurt.
Authorizes additional designated alcohol service vendor to serve alcohol at the 2026 Alive on 25 Street Festival as amended. So moved.
Second as amended.
Vote, please.
Okay, Woski,
As amended, yes.
Merrifield.
Yes, as amended.
Kern,
yes, as amended.
Rothwell.
Yes as amended.
And Halpin.
As amended, yes, absolutely.
That resolution has been approved as amended. Resolution 676.
Authorize the supervisor to sign a license agreement with Advanced Climate Resources, LLC. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes, this is the textile recycling bin that Joe Rutt had spoken about. This is part of our Climate Smart initiatives, getting us towards bronze. And this is going to be at the Young's Yard facility. This is not clothing that people will be wearing. This is clothing and shoes and such that you want to discard that can't be donated. This will be able to recycle these textiles, and actually the town will actually receive some income from it. So yes.
Nice. Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yeah, and just as a note to Councilwoman Merrifield, working on getting to Bronze Star status. We do expect that maybe even by the end of the year, you might actually reach that goal, which is phenomenal because we are leading so many other towns throughout Long Island. So great work. Vote yes.
And Halpin.
I concur, yes.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 677.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute an addendum to an agreement with LBF Landscape Architects, PLLC, for East End Arts Building. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 678.
Ratifies authorization for the supervisor to execute stipulation with CSEA Local 1000, AFS CME, AFL-CIO, Riverhead Unit of the Suffolk County Local 852. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 679.
Ratifies the authorization for the supervisor to execute stipulation with Riverhead Town Superior Officers Association, Inc. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 680.
Ratifies authorization for the supervisor to execute stipulation with Riverhead Town Police Benevolent Association. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes, this has to do with the incentives for retirement.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Should any of these pass three, whether it be CSEA, police officers, superior officers, anyone should accept the retirement incentives, we would certainly wish them all the best of luck in the future. And so thank you for everything. And we'll see how the finances of this play out over the next time, over the next few weeks.
Mhm.
And so vote yes.
Halpin.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 681.
Authorizes release of performance security for Overlook Homes Major Subdivision, 72 Overlook Drive, Aquabog, New York, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-86-1-33.3. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 682.
Amends Resolution 2026-320 and authorizes the release of a letter of credit for Birchwood Major Subdivision, Section 3. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution's adopted. Resolution 683.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute certification and point of contact information sheet with the Department of Navy, loaned aircraft. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski?
Yes.
Merrifield?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Rothwell?
So there's a lot of great work that was done on this. So I think Ken Testa, just over last year, about a year ago, we did a fully refurbishment and painting of that, and he worked in conjunction with the U.S. Navy to make sure that all the insignias and everything were exact and precise on that aircraft. And so it was a lot of time-consuming work. But when we display those fighter jets, from their history of the Grumman aviation system, it was very important for the U.S. Navy to make sure that they are continuously displayed just like the day they rolled off the line. So thank you for all the work that was put into it. And, of course, thank you to the U.S. Navy for continuing loaning the aircraft to us. Yes.
And Halpin.
Absolutely. What a joy for people to be able to see. Thank you to all those departments, our Community Development Agency, everyone who makes it happen. What a great, great asset to our town, and the people can come and see what up close. Yes.
That resolution is adopted. Resolution number 684.
accepts H2M Architects and Engineers' proposal to prepare a map and plan for the town square splash pad. So moved.
Second.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes, I'm so excited about this.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
Yes.
Halpin.
Yes, sir.
Resolution is adopted. Resolution 685.
Yeah, I'm catching up. Pays bills. So moved.
Seconded.
Vote, please.
Woski,
Yes.
Merrifield,
Yes.
Kern,
Yes.
Rothwell,
During that brief delay, we saved some money. Got additional interest. Yes.
and Halpin.
Yes, sir.
That resolution is adopted. That concludes the resolution portion of our meeting.
So with that being the end, we will open it up for comments on any subject that relates to our town. We do ask again that when you come to the microphone, that you please say your name, your hamlet. And then again, I just want to remind you that we all live in the same town and community. We look forward to your uplifting and kind comments. With that said, and if we don't respond, we are listening to understand.
John McAuliffe, Rolling Woods, Roanoke Landing. I'm going to be up twice in this section, but this is for the matter that I raised in letter number 28. It has to do with what happened on the $207,000 that Riverhead contributed to a legal suit that was actually a Republican Party engendered legal suit to try to reverse in federal court the state decisions about alternate year elections. I sent this to you and to Mr. Howard, hoping there might be answers today, but if not, in the future, I think it'd be very useful. One question is, and I assume that people, when they pass this in the two increments, anyway, that we're aware of, that it was done in good faith and it was done with then some recognition that it had been a mistake. But I am interested in knowing who made the decision to withdraw Riverhead from the case, because that was done, suddenly appeared as a news story, and I don't recall it being discussed, but maybe I missed it in a board meeting or a work session. Second, when and where that decision was made, and is there a public record of it, and the reasons for it, and whether the coverage in the local that then had some echoes around the county was a factor, and as an inappropriately political and embarrassing use of public funds. The fourth question I asked is whether you will demand from the attorneys that received more than $1 million, and it's hard to know how they could have spent so much money on this kind of case, but they did. From the towns, interesting, the plaintiffs were Republican committees, but the money all came from towns and public authorities. At any rate, whether there's any effort that could be made to recoup Riverhead's $207,000 from that firm, since we obviously, I think it was inappropriate use of taxpayer funds. And then the last 2 points are made with a certain amount of tongue-in-cheek, I guess, but at least it's a provocation. One is whether, if you can't get the money back from the law firm, you will bill the Republican committee in Riverhead to reimburse the town for that $207,000. And the last point was whether, at a very minimum, whether those of us who are registered as Democrats and independents in Riverhead could get back some compensation for our portion of that $207,000. So if Mr. Howard or anybody has any comment on that, I'd love to hear it. But if not now, the issue will remain until the questions are answered.
Thank you, Mr. McCullough, for your time and your passion for our town. I believe we have one online. Just want to see if there's two online, or see if we have anybody else in the room. Oh, yeah, you're just going to want to come to the podium. And if you're welcome to form a line along the wall. And state your name and your hamlet, please. And then.
Good afternoon. My name is Patricia Berry. I live in Wading River, and I am here today.
Could you just do me a favor and pull that mic down? Thank you very, very much.
Patricia Berry, Wading River. I sent a letter regarding helicopter noise. It's just been unbearable. I was at a Gabrisky airport meeting on June 25th, and there were complaints that were listed with Gabrisky from January to April 2026, 567 total. This was only from January to April. 83 of them were from Wading River, and none of them were from me. I didn't even know how to file a complaint at that time. So there are people that are very unhappy about this. Just this weekend, on July 5th, at 10:58 a.m. in the morning, I had a helicopter over my house at 800 feet. I did report it to the FAA. I received a letter back this morning from them, and they want me to file a complaint with the dangerous helicopter department that they have, because they're not supposed to be flying at that. A second example, and this is just out of maybe 20 to 30 that went over my house on the 5th, 1:59 p.m., 975 feet. That same plane, a helicopter rather, came back at 7:46 p.m. at 1,050 feet, coming right over my house the same direction. The letter that I sent, I don't know if anyone was ever able to read it or not. I did send it to Gillibrand, to Schumer, to Lalota, Palumbo, Giglio, and Supervisor Halpin. I will read it to you. Helicopter noise in Wading River has become a constant drone over the past few years. Pilots are routinely ignoring the Federal Aviation Administration's mandatory New York North Shore helicopter route rule. Instead of following the mandate, they fly visually along Long Island Sound until they reach the Shoreham Power Plant. There they turn inland and fly directly over our residential neighborhoods using the former Calverton Grumman airstrip as a visual guide towards Gabrisky Airport or East Hampton Airport or the Southampton heliport on Meadow Lane. The New York North Shore helicopter route explicitly requires civilian helicopters to fly 1 mile offshore over the Long Island Sound at an altitude of at least 2,500 feet. Previously, North Fork residents successfully campaigned against similar disruptions further east in Jamesport and in Cutchogue. Their efforts resulted in the FAA transitioning the North Shore helicopter route from a voluntary guideline to a mandatory rule on August 6, 2012. Unfortunately, private pilots have simply shifted their visual crossing point west to Wading River, entirely bypassing the regulation. They're failing to stay 1 mile offshore, and they frequently fly over my residence and the neighborhood well below the 2,500 feet. On July 29th, there is a mandatory rule that's scheduled to expire with the FAA, and it's they're going to try to decide whether or not they're going to continue the North Shore helicopter route, make it permanent, make it stricter, implement it as an all-water southern route, but I don't see any of that happening. I'm just asking the board if you would please help to mitigate this. It's becoming impossible. The weekends are absolutely horrible in Wading River. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I just ask you
Sure,
one
sure.
question?
Yep.
Yeah, the date is July what?
July 29th.
The expiration.
29th, thank you.
I did receive your letter. I did just see it this morning. I was going through the letters to reread them. And so we did have there was a helicopter task force. And so in my office, we have had a discussion about, so we will be reaching out to you just to discuss some of your concerns and make sure we can kind of background them and then help push that up the line and see where it needs to go. So
one of the things I'm the liaison to the helicopter task force. John Cullen is right sitting in the room too, is part of that task force and does a great job. We just received your letter prior to that. We really hadn't got any other complaints. I did look into Suffolk County Police Aviation Unit. So the majority, a lot that we're seeing, and I'm not saying but there's a lot more usage of the Police Aviation Unit that's going out just because of more density when we get into the holiday weekends and oversight. And then the other issue, so the police are responding more and through training, through EMS and paramedic training, the Suffolk County Police Aviation Unit works with Stony Brook Hospital. The paramedics on board are working for Stony Brook Hospital in coordination with the Suffolk County Police Department. They've been really, over the last few years, promoting. Years ago, people had a great hesitancy to call a police helicopter because they thought it came with this enormous cost and other things. And now they're saying, no, it's here for you to use it. It is being called out much more often. So many times, a lot of helicopters that you're seeing up in the air are affiliated with Suffolk County Police Aviation. There's definitely private ones out there. I have seen what you have seen as well. I think John Cullen is here. I think maybe we can reconvene the committee, and we can certainly, we've always done a great job in terms of reaching out to Senator Schumer to renew that ongoing thing, and I think sometimes that just brings it back to light, and it seems to settle down. I was informed, too, that many times during poor weather, a lot of helicopters are coming on land because they're using landmarks as travel, and as opposed to being out on the, out on the water a mile out. And so, but that's just whether they're flying by instrument or flying by visual. But we can certainly set up appointments. I'll reach out to John, who's sitting here in the room, and we can reconvene the task force for you, okay?
I'd just
truly
like to add
appreciate
one
that.
thing to that, just so you know, Councilman Rothwell, I too live in Wading River, and I believe that the police department, they have their helicopters numbered underneath. These that I see in my neighborhood also, there is no police
No, these
insignia
are not.
on them. There
I
are
can
a lot
track
of them.
on the,
So I'm just
there's an
letting you
app that
know
track them.
that if they're police vehicles, they would have their number or some sort of insignia on the underbelly of the helicopter.
Right.
And there isn't. So I
Right.
do see the uptick as
And
well.
even on the app, it'll tell you if it's military, if it's police. No, these are taxi service.
John does a phenomenal job with grids and reporting exactly how many are out there. He's always kept us in great things, so I think it is time to reconvene, so thank you. We will follow up with you.
Thank you. I also wanted to mention that the helicopter noise form that's on the website, on our website for the supervisor's website, it's from 2018. If someone would kindly update it, it would really, really be
Sure.
helpful. I know
took care of that 2
people would
weeks ago.
appreciate
That's
it.
right.
Sent the letter to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
sent it to IT.
Here he is.
John Cullen, I'll follow up on this. Sorry to cut the line, guys. I think it's important that Wading River gets some relief. I've seen what's going on over there. There's a site called ADSB, which is adsb.com. It will show you every live flight that's in the area, from leaving New York City out to beautiful East Hampton Airport, where all the troublemakers are. It's 1% of the travelers to East Hampton, yet they disturb thousands and thousands of people for those helicopters coming through. I dealt with it in a hard way, back with Laura Jenn Smith, and we were able to have a meeting in the old town hall, and we packed the room. And about 6 months later, they changed the route. I'm not sure if you were disturbed by the helicopters back about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
but it was nothing.
Right over our
it's-
house.
It was horrible, and it's irritating. And this is what Trish Berrier is going through right now. And I feel like I'm starting the program again. I'm willing to work with Trish and the team here. Ken, it would be great to get going with you, and Supervisor Halpin. It might might need a letter from you, but it's a lot of work dealing with all the different agencies. And it's working with Jim Brundage over at East Hampton Airport Director, who's been very nice to me. I write him once a year. I let him know what's going on. He knows that these helicopters are going through Wading River to arrive at East Hampton. He told me, and I have in writing in my computer that I sent to Trish today, it will not happen anymore. Helicopters will not be going over the National Cemetery, Calverton National Cemetery anymore. And the reason why he said that, and I'll just say it right here to everybody, they were going over routes. And the helicopter company said, I think we should go over the graveyard over there, because that's 200,000 people that can't complain. That should say it all. It should not be happening over the cemetery. Jim Brundage knows it. He's allowing it to happen now. I'll reach out to Jim, and I'll reach out to Eastern Region Helicopter Council again and start the wheels rolling again. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it takes, us working together. Thank you very much.
Oh,
again?
it's your turn now.
That's right. Thank you,
All right,
sir.
all
Thank you
good.
for being so
Let's talk
patient.
about duck blinds.
Once again, it's Mario Carrera, and once again, thank you for all you guys are doing. Appreciate it. Thank you. But the legislation, I guess it was a work session that was done in April, and the codes are 29340 and 29366. And I was made aware of it by Lieutenant Devereaux, and he basically reached out. And I read it, and I read the stuff that's in it, and it's draconian. It's definitely not something that Riverhead comes up with. It seems like they went to Southampton Town, picked out the worst that they have worst in Mecox Bay, and tried to put this into a legislation. And it's really not needed for Riverhead. There is no issues with duck blinds. There are no abandoned duck blinds. It's amazing to me how it even reached this stage. But what I do want to say is, instead of just prolonging this, I just want to make myself available to meet with all you individually, if possible, to just discuss all the things that are in it. I've never seen something that actually had so much detail in Riverhead's codes. It's unbelievable when you look at this in regards to duck blinds that have never been an issue in the town of Riverhead. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. I'd like to reach out to all yous and try and set up a meeting with all yous to actually just share some of my thoughts with it. And hopefully we can put this to bed, because it seems like when people come and move out here from various locations, they really don't take into account the people that have lived here their whole lives and have taken part in the beauty and the specialness of Riverhead, especially when it comes to duck season and goose season and that moment in time when you're out on the water. So I just wanted to just, they just don't like people that enjoy that for some reason. But that's my understanding where it came from. So I just want to try and address it, all right?
Mario,
Thank you.
I think that this would be a good place for the Wildlife Committee to come back in and bring that legislation to them, and you'd be able to have full discussion with them. I don't
Okay.
know who the liaison is.
Dario, bring
very
it to
good,
the
Bob.
hunting committee. Just contact me and then we'll get it, okay?
It's called the Wildlife Management Committee. Yep, speak
Yeah,
to Bob.
Wildlife
Still on that
Management.
committee, Supervisor?
Or my,
I don't think he resigned yet.
my legislative aide, David, will be happy to, and
Yeah.
Counselor Pilo, they will all work with you greatly, and you're on the right track.
Thank you very much.
And I would like to sit in on that meeting as well, because I have heard a lot of feedback about it,
Okay.
and concerns from, from both
There's so
sides.
many of
let's
it-
see how we can work it out.
So many of us that enjoy that part of
You're
life.
not wrong about Southampton, because I think that's exactly what happened. You're correct on that, so,
Yeah,
all right.
thank you. All right then. Thank
Good
you
to
so
see you.
much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your passion.
Thanks, Mario.
Oh, Warren, I believe there was somebody in line. Oh, he was waiting. All right, come on up, sir.
Right, thank you for watching.
Yes, sir.
that
We
one.
just,
Yeah,
we know you're a
exactly.
gentleman and you'd want to honor that. So
Bring the
Yeah,
mic,
exactly,
bring the
exactly.
mic down a little bit so that. we
All
can-
right, okay, I'll get right.
Thank you.
Warren McKnight, Riverhead here. I just want to, Supervisor Halpin says, if we all work together, community, the people here, there, and the town. 2 weeks ago, I went to this doctor's office, not mentioning names. I sent a letter of handicapped to Jim Wooten. And, of course, I went to the doctor's office, and the staff, and the doctor said, nothing we could do about it. There was no path. The landscaping was out. It was, people had to get ticks from the thing. And he said, there's nothing we could do about it. So I sent a letter to Jim, and then I called the town code enforcement and the fire marshal, and I went back today, and everything was made better. So I recommend that people, if they have a problem like this, go to the landlord and to the people in the building, and if they don't do it, then reluctantly, we should go to the town code enforcement and fire marshal. And incidentally, both departments were very respectful and attentive, and it's been done. That's one thing I wanted to get at. Okay, now, this other thing I want to get at. The MTA. I've dealt with the MTA as a salesman. I used to sell them nuts and bolts. And the MTA tells God what to do. For instance, the MTA called me up, they said we want 16,000 bolt specifications. I gave them a sample, they said, fine. They got a PO, fine. Accepted. We never got paid. And then 6 months later, they called us up and they said, we don't want them anymore, and we want them out of here within a week, otherwise we're going to sell them for scrap. So they can do these things. So what I've done with just a simple thing, all the bathrooms, West Hampton, Southampton, Babylon, Ronkonkoma, you name it, they all have bathroom facilities, right? But the federal government gives MTA $2 billion a year for funds, and they can't put a little bathroom over there, something like that. So, and they won't listen to you, they won't listen to me. So I sent a letter to the New York ACLU, so maybe they'll take up the case, and we'll see what happens, and they'll get some bad publicity. I even sent a letter to the head of Jonah Lieb, the head of the MTA, but he probably laughed at it as far as that goes. That's all I have to say, except another thing. And this goes for the town board, past, present, and future. All you guys here and girls here. It's very simple. Number one, I went on computer. You know what Riverhead's basic mission statement is? It's to help business expand and help new businesses come to Riverhead. That's the first mission statement. And the other mission statement is no tolerance zone. So I want to suggest a new statement that represents all of you on the town board.
I think, Mr. McKnight, you are out of time, I'm sorry.
Okay,
But I think that also has to do with the BIDMA, the downtown area, the downtown district. I think those are the statements for that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Well,
I will
anyways,
look into that. Go ahead.
But since you have those letters there, no tolerance zone or anything else, I'd say the Riverhead Town Board in Riverhead is kind, it's caring, and it's courageous. And if we have this as our motto, along with no tolerance and everything else, without question, our town is a leading town in everywhere else. It'll be the best town in the USA, and you all are kind, caring, and courageous.
Thank you,
Mr.
Warren.
McKnight. Thank you very much, Mr. McKnight. I hope we can live up to what you said, so thank you very much. And we did meet, Councilman Kern and I did meet with the MTA, with Assemblywoman Giglio's office, and we did ask for the bathrooms. It was presented, so your thing was addressed. Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Lorraine Wilson, I live in Reeves Park. I'm not complaining about anything. I just want to thank all of you guys. You guys have been great to us. I do have a question, though. My house, the backyard of my home, butts up against the 4-H camp. I've heard a lot of things going on, who's selling what, who's buying what, who's, whatever. I would like to know if there's something definite that's going on back there. Behind my house, I have some cabins and whatever. They've been working back there, fixing the cabins up. The other day, there were surveyors back there surveying the property. I just would like to know, I know the town wanted to buy some for preservation, but that was up by Sound Avenue. Then I heard Peconic Trust wanted to buy some, but that was sort of like in the middle, which leaves me, which is at the end of, by the beach part. I don't know what's going on. I'd like to know who's going to be in my backyard.
Sure. So currently, Peconic Land Trust is brokering all of that, and they're working on it. They have asked us to partner with it. We have done an appraisal, but ours would be on the eastern side of that property.
Yeah.
So the western side where you are, you
Right.
could reach out to Peconic Land Trust and ask them where they stand with it and what exactly they're doing. So I do believe that would be the best aspect. We could get you that information,
That
so
would
you
be
could be in
great.
direct conversation. So my deputy supervisor's in the back, or if you call up our office, we'd be happy to connect you with them.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
2 online after Marty.
Good afternoon, Martin Sunlewski, 215 Roanoke Avenue, Riverhead. Just for disclosure, I'm on the Riverhead Parking Committee. I also have 2 projects that I'm working on in Riverhead, but I'm not here speaking on behalf of any of them. I'm just here with my own personal comments. The neg deck for downtown development, that was done in March of 25, about 16 months ago. And the MDA agreement for the hotel was in August of 25, about 11 months ago. Both included reference to the parking agreement for the hotel. I had foiled a copy to see if there's anything preliminary as far as a plan for that in May, and I received a reply in June, which was basically a copy of the MDA agreement that just references the parking, but does not include a plan. The consultant said at the hearing last month that a plan was being worked on. So my question is, has anybody, you're the trustees of the parking district, have you seen a copy of the plan showing the area for the hotel parking on First Street?
I think Emery Prudenti addressed that in the fact that we weren't devising the parking plan until we knew the project was going to go through. So it didn't make sense to invest all this time if a project wasn't coming to fruition.
Okay.
And so I think that she addressed that last time that you spoke, and the idea is that now they're in the process of drafting, a preliminary plan.
All right.
And it
Okay.
certainly
So-
would be shared with the parking district
Just
and others.
out of
but
curiosity.
It's kind of like it's one step at a time.
Okay, just out of curiosity, since I hadn't seen anything, I just took a copy of the parking district's plan of First Street. The green are the charging station. So if you go literally just from the charging station, you loop around to the entrance off of Roanoke, right where that last house is, the last building. Basically, the entire back parking lot row would be 83 spaces. With them parking on smaller widths, they could certainly get up to 96 spaces there. There are existing 342 spaces, minus the 83 would be 259. I hope I just have a few extra seconds since I was addressed this way on my comments. So it does fit, obviously, but it does take that entire back area. Just as a thought, and I'll email a copy of this for you, just some brain work I put together. As another thought, with the same area being included for the parking lot for the hotel, I indicated on red here some ways that the existing parking lot could be revised to gain an additional 14 cars on the west side and 19 cars on the east side. That involves removing some islands, restriping behind Barth's, and on the East Avenue, knocking down 209 East Avenue, which is owned by the parking district, and putting a new entrance there, which in the future actually works with the parking garage, and altering the parking in that area. Since you are the trustees of the parking lot, and since this is being negotiated, you're in a pretty strong position negotiating-wise. You might want to recommend to the developer that they go ahead and do those improvements and gain 33 spots on the parking district as a prerequisite to that agreement. I mean, they're the ones that they need your parking, and you have the authority to do that. It's a plan, I'll email a copy, and it could gain 33 additional spaces for the parking district. It would be a good idea to see if they would do that as part of the agreement. Thank you.
What about the two projects you're on? Are you willing to issue additional parking as well to help the development process for the two projects you're working on?
I didn't.
So that you have two projects
Yes.
going on downtown. Are you also saying that your developer, who you're working for those two projects, would they be willing to participate in cost of
I
funding?
haven't
and
had
so
that
forth?
conversation, and I'm really not representing them at the meeting. All I did was a sketch how you can gain 33 spaces on First Street.
I only say that, Marty, respectfully, and you do a lot of great work, but it's just, one person doesn't solve the parking for everybody downtown, you know what I mean? It's got to be a coordinated effort.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, you have an opportunity here, though, where you have a developer who
Three developers, you're two of them.
No,
I'm just saying.
Right.
Your project's
But,
right away.
but no, actually, I will tell you initially that there is no interest by the people that I was working with to have reserved parking. The fact is the reserved parking is a privilege over and above what the parking district provides by code. So therefore, really it's not so much for a client. The hotel needs 96 spaces pretty much fenced in and controlled. Okay, that's going to impact the parking. Okay, so if they're going to do that, and they're going to get an agreement to have a controlled area, if we can gain 33 spaces and do it on their dime, I would think it would be good. You have the negotiating position right now. You're the trustees. You have the parking. They want it. Say, okay, we'll negotiate agreement, but do this for a starting point.
Why wouldn't we ask your two projects to do the same thing?
Because they don't have
Councilman
to.
Rothwell
They're not
went
required to by code. They'll park anywhere they want in the parking lot. The hotel could park anywhere, but that would be a nightmare. The valet guy's just going and finding an empty space somewhere in the parking lot. That doesn't work. They need a structured valet parking lot. And that's different than any other person in the parking lot going to an open space.
The whole idea is, so, for clarity for everyone, it's all the businesses downtown are in the parking district together.
Correct. That is correct.
So it's a plan for everybody. It's not that.
That is
one,
correct.
One new development comes in and is expected to build parking for everybody downtown.
Correct. But nobody that is in the parking district gets reserved spaces. That's not part of the code. That's not part of it. You're not allowed to have reserved spaces in the parking district. When you lease that or do an agreement with a private owner to have parking in the parking district, that is outside of the code of Riverhead. That's a whole different animal. It's a lease, which, by the way, requires a public hearing and a plan to be put forth before that agreement is ratified. So it's just something to think of, that's all. It's an idea to gain some additional parking. It's a good idea no matter what, if the town does it, but you have somebody that's looking for a commodity that you have, which is parking that they want to reserve for themselves. So get 33 spots out of it if you can. Just a recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment, sir. Yes, ma'am, and then after you, we'll take those two people online. Thank you very much.
Hi, Barbara Toronto, Wading River. I just wanted to confirm what Trish Berry and Mr. Cullen had said. That I heard the same helicopter on the 5th, as well as the other 20 or 30 that went by that day. They're out of control. For years, this has been happening and getting worse. In the beginning, when I was writing to the FAA about it, I could actually read the numbers on the helicopter. They were saying, take a picture, read the numbers off. And I was doing that, to no avail. So all I can say is it's gotten worse, and it's terrible. It's just terrible.
We will reconvene on that, absolutely.
Definitely been heard.
All right, that's all I really needed to say.
Thank you. Appreciate your speaking. So we have two people online. If you're going to stand over there, yes, that would be, yeah. But if you could just wait in line.
Oh, who's that?
Hey, good afternoon. Desmond Wong, Reeves Park. I want to speak about the OLA public safety proposal and the next public step that the board should take. So my July 1st letter and attachment A appear in the agenda packet at pages 54 through 62. Attachment A is OLA's May 29 draft. And so the board now has the current text in front of it. I'm not asking for an immediate up or down vote. I'm asking for a public work session where the text is compared with Riverhead's existing laws and written protocols. Earlier today, the board showed that this kind of process is possible. Supervisor Halpin responded publicly to Chapter 301 correspondence by explaining pre-submission procedures and asking planning to post a public memo. Resolution 665 was also tabled because the docking law needs work session discussion. I'm asking for the same procedural standard here. Put OLA's text and Riverhead's claimed existing protocols on the same public table. For months, residents have asked for a public discussion. OLA met privately with Supervisor Halpin on June 22nd. That meeting is a start, but it's not a public answer. Councilman Rothwell said on June 2nd that Riverhead already has appropriate laws in place and that he is comfortable with the town's current position. If that is the answer, residents should be able to see the laws, policies, orders, or written RPD protocols that support it. If the protections are strong, publish the non-confidential portions and compare them with OLA's draft. If they are not designed for federal immigration enforcement incidents, the board should say that too. A FOIL-produced RPD field report from February 18 shows Homeland Security agents came to RPD headquarters after local investigations, reported being followed, and entered Riverhead's reporting system. I'm not asking the board to decide legal questions about that incident today. I'm saying that it shows why local intake, documentation, notification, and public safety rules should be written and public. So leaving OLA's current draft in correspondence without a work session, a timeline, or protocol list is not an adequate public process. The public should not have to infer the town's answer from silence. So I have two direct questions. Supervisor Halpin, will you place a public work session on the calendar or direct staff to identify the existing laws and written protocols by title and citation?
Did you have more of a comment, sir?
Did you have an answer to that?
Just as you're out of time, but I'll give you another, because you said you had another thing. You're welcome to ask your other question.
My second question was to Councilman Rothwell, since you said Riverhead already has appropriate laws in place, will you support putting those specific documents on the public record for comparison?
So
all of our laws are on.
Yeah, all of
you
our,
can foil anything you want.
Absolutely. Sorry.
But
thank you.
Okay,
We did give you an extra 30 seconds. Thank you, Mr. Wong. I really appreciate you. We did give you for your passion questions. So thank you for your comments today. There's one more online. Thank you, sir. We gave you a lot of announcements at the beginning, so rewind and watch it. It's worth it. Mr. Hariri, can you hear us? Give you another second or two. Mr. Hariri, can you hear us? There you are. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Ron Hariri of Aquabog. It's been a year since Joe Petroselli was appointed master developer in connection with the Town Square project after years of negotiations. There was a representation that work would be starting in the spring. We're now in the middle of the summer. Mr. Rothwell previously represented, in connection with a question I raised at a prior meeting, that a closing of the property was imminent. Isn't it a fact that there's no closing that's been set, Council?
The date of the
Can you
The date of the
confirm whether
closing
or
has
not?
not been announced yet, but the date of the closing is coming.
But just for the record, Ron, I don't want to use up your time, but we are getting rent in the interim. So, there is income coming in from, the current landowner, so to speak, or renter until the closing. So we're still bringing in income until that closing date, just for the record.
Yeah, and we are working vigorously at getting it closed. So that answers your question.
Thank you. And it's fair to say that there could be no closing absent a site plan, and there could be no site plan absent a parking plan, which is years potentially away. Isn't that true?
Well, we're going to go ahead and let you continue.
You have no part. So
we're going to let you continue to comment.
You have no parking plan in place, and actually, I would really urge the town board, prior to making any closing, to examine very carefully the master developer's finances, which were not made publicly available and reviewed in camera by various officials in Town Hill, none of whom have any financial expertise in connection with this matter. So just like you did with the Gramesian purchase at Calverton Aviation, which has been another disaster, you called upon the Gramesians to provide financials. And I think you need to carefully review those financials to find out, A, whether this developer has the financial ability to close after a year that it's been delayed, and B, can it close absent a proper parking plan for a major hotel that requires probably in excess of 100 spaces? Because quite frankly, I would be very surprised if Hilton or any other hotel entity would invest in a hotel that didn't have adequate parking for its guests. So just as you did with the Gramesians, it's important to relook at their financials given these various issues. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your comments. If you would like to speak, you're welcome to.
Dawn Zabrowski, Calverton. Mr. Howard, since you will not be taking notes today from correspondence that I am reciting verbatim, to which you have had access at any time since its delivery, had you so chosen, you may want to pay closer attention than is your apparent habit. You might also mention to your colleague serving on the so-called Labor Management Committee, Ms. Hurley, that I have had, wait for it, no response whatsoever regarding the actual identity of Neil Damara, the so-called president of the CSEA. While it was encouraging to see that Ms. Waske is capable of outrage at all, if not on behalf of this constituent, it is rather dismal that she reserves her righteous indignation for the constitutional expression of free speech, as in the recent case of the so-called comedian Tom Kelly, who apparently offended her. Hilarious. Speaking of jobs and being offended, her contempt for the area labor force residing in Riverhead and their critical contribution to the local economy, not least including the tax revenue generated by the properties they and their vehicles occupy, is truly ignorant. She probably doesn't mind a landscape trailer parked in her neighborhood, as long as it is attached to somebody mowing her lawn and trimming her bushes. Speaking as a former independent owner-operator who has seen this offensive BS show itself predictably every decade, might I suggest tabling this loathsome agenda until after the election? Although I am beginning to realize that contempt for your constituents is a feature and not a bug for this town council. Speaking of upcoming elections, Mr. Rothwell will soon be hosting numerous area developers, donors, and Republican officials at his upcoming Friends of Rothwell event. Presumably, they share an enthusiasm for the eminently anti-constitutional practice of eminent domain, and a powerful thirst for at least 6 Coors Lights. So as to avoid the unfortunate repetition of intoxicated area Republican officials careening recklessly through the quiet residential neighborhoods where they reside, along hardworking taxpayers, perhaps have designated drivers on standby. Would it surprise you, Ms. Merrifield, that I have had no response whatsoever to my April 12th correspondence?
Ma'am, I just want to, I know you seem like your temperature's rising of your understanding.
I appreciate your concern for me, and I'd like to continue speaking.
Well, no, it is a meeting that I'm running, and so I just want you, if you want to state things that are short, but if you're just going to go down the line and do that and absolutely
Okay, you
go
better
after
get the
someone.
handcuffs. You better get the handcuffs. Your utter failure to properly conduct yourself in your capacity as a council person
we're
in
gonna
receipt
go
of
ahead.
my original September 2nd complaint, and also the
We're gonna go
liaison
ahead
to the
and
supposed
take your time.
task force in receipt of my April 12th complaint about my
Appreciate
complaint
your time
is
today.
disgraceful.
Thank you, but-
You and Superintendent
Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, you can come up, so thanks.
Hi, John Cullen, Smoker's
Thanks, John.
Path. Just wondering how we're doing with those signs to be taken down. I spoke about a month ago about the same issue, no parking signs that were put up on my street. I just want to know, where do I go next? I think you mentioned a work session, if they're
Yeah,
coming up.
you did.
You have to have before this is done. Just let me know, I'll be there.
Okay.
Thanks
Yes,
for your
sir.
time.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, we do want to just apologize for that disturbance and let you know that we are thankful for all of your patience among us, and that was not taken lightly, and we do not cause alarm, but we also, every person sitting up here has a family, and just like you, we all live in this lovely and beautiful town together, and we want to work together. While we may have disagreements about where we stand, each and every one of us is a proud American, a proud resident of Riverhead, and the people sitting next to me fight hard for this town and stand for it, and they really do work for you. So thank you for your understanding, and we're sorry that that had to take place. Yes, ma'am.
Grace Swift, Calverton. Mine is really serious. It's about lawnmowers. I have a dead lawnmower. It worked on 2 batteries. When you had the recycle at the town, they took the batteries with no problem, but left the body. They will not take a lawnmower. The garbage pickup will not take a lawnmower. The town won't take a lawnmower. I can't come up with any idea to decorate it enough to put it in the lawn. And you know what this means? People are going to be throwing them in the woods.
You can go to Gershow Recycling in Riverhead.
Tell me what to do with the lawnmower.
I'll help you. We'll take it to Gershow Recycling in Riverhead for you.
Gershow?
Yes.
It's plastic.
They recycle everything.
They take
We'll help you.
plastic. I know they take metal.
You do. We'll help you.
The engine is probably has some metal in it, so they will. Yeah, he's correct, and he'll help. So thanks, Grace.
We'll help you.
We'll make sure.
So if I manage to get that in my car, Gershow will take it?
I'll help you, but I'm not going to let you drive because you drive race cars.
That's true. He's not.
But we'll
in
help
case you're watching at home. So.
I'll talk to you after.
You got it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks, Grace.
Thanks for brightening our day, Grace. Thank you. Mr. Tooker. Do we have any more online?
Colin Tooker from Riverhead.
Mr. Tooker, before you speak,
Yes.
I did get your email. I was away. I will respond to you.
Thank you. I will relieve you of what I'm addressing here. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. McKnight because he said in 3 words what I'm going to spend 3 minutes saying, which is kind, caring, and courageous. Much better job than what I'm going to do. For 64 years, I've watched this town grow. I've watched it change, and I've watched it face real challenges. But today, we're facing something that's unprecedented. Armed federal agents are routinely patrolling our neighborhoods, and this board refuses to talk about it. You refuse to acknowledge the safety issues that this presents to Riverhead, just as you fail to address the liabilities we now face. The conservative majority of this board talks frequently about fiscal responsibility. Let's look at the fiscal reality. Under recently enacted state legislation, if Riverhead police officers are pulled into civil immigration issues where there is not a signed judicial warrant, the town faces direct civil liability. The responsibility for fiscal oversight belongs right here in this building and with this board. Your refusal to discuss the matter brought by ICE's presence is a failure of that oversight. Each of you also speaks proudly about your love for this town and its residents, yet you are stonewalling to avoid a conversation about one of the most important moral issues of our time. I'm curious if you believe, like I do, that the lives of everyone who lives in our town are valued, regardless of nationality or immigration status. Because your continued silence is a clear message to the immigrants who live in this town. You don't belong here. We don't care what happens to you. And the safety and well-being of your children are not our concern. I'd like to know how you plan to address the situations that have never occurred in this town before, but are foreseeable and likely to occur given how ICE operates. What is your plan if an ICE action takes place outside Pulaski Street School at dismissal time? Who takes lead responsibility for the safety of those children? Who decides if they should be rushed back into the school? Should Riverhead Police respond to protect the children, or should they stay away to avoid interfering with federal agents? As our elected leaders, it's time for each of you to uphold your accountability for public safety and fiscal responsibility. Perhaps you believe that unquestioned loyalty to a political cause justifies handling the safety of our town over the federal authorities. I disagree. Your continued avoidance is a matter of public record. As a lifelong resident of Riverhead, I will make certain that our town members remember exactly who chose to stay silent during these historic times, when Riverhead needed leadership, and you weren't there.
We have one online. Thank you for your comments, Mr. Tooker. We do have one online before you, Mr. McCullough. Ms. O'Brien, can you hear us? Ms. O'Brien, are you able to hear us? Give you another second, and then we'll...
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Hi, how are you? Colleen O'Brien, Applebog. I'm going to go on and say something that I think needs to be said to every town board member and the town clerk. I'm going to exclude the town attorney because he's always exhibited very professional behavior.
I can't hear it.
You people, you elected officials, mock residents and taxpayers. You're rude and disrespectful. I'm going to suggest that maybe you all take professional development classes, because you better remember who pays your salary. And we got an election year this year, and I believe another one next year. Please take my comments as they're intended. You need to check your attitudes, because it's really just not right to see how disrespectful you are. Thank you.
Mr. McCullough, thank you for your comments, Ms. O'Brien.
John McAuliffe, Roanoke Landing. Quickly on the closing questions, it'd be useful to know what the relationship is to an IDA decision, whether that has to happen before closing. My understanding as it was read is that the East End Arts Council buildings had to be moved before closing could happen, but maybe it's just intention to move them. But the final thing I'd say is don't just look at my renderings or the architect's renderings for the building. Have Mr. Petroselli build a model, physical model for you, and look yourselves at what the hotel is going to do to the town square and what it would look like without a hotel. Just very simple, straightforward step. I wanted to come to the migration or migrants question quickly. One is appreciation for Mr. Halpin's meeting with the head of OLA, and people ought to read the letter that she's written in response. It shows up as a letter to the editor in today's Riverhead Local. So I think that's an important step forward by itself, your dialogue. Just for updating what's going on nationally, if you followed the news, you know that all of a sudden ICE is moved from 1,000 a day to 2,000 a day pickups, which is the standard they're aiming for. That's going to be felt in Riverhead as well as other places in the country. The other big news is what happened on temporary protective status. Haitians, I don't know whether there is any Haitian community in Riverhead, but 300,000, more than 300,000 Haitians lost their TPS status last week, which means they can no longer work and pay taxes and function as normal citizens and are vulnerable to ICE pickup. The other big category that obviously is of more relevance to Riverhead is Ukrainians. There's a very large Ukrainian TPS group. Some have lost their status, some have not. But I think that the town board ought to stay on top of how many Ukrainians in Riverhead have TPS status and what's going to happen to them. I think this is not a theoretical question. As I was sitting there, I sent to all of you through the clerk an article about TPS that if you have a few minutes to read it, I think you'll find it helpful to understand what's happening in the country. And we're a part of that country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. McCullough. I believe we don't have any more online. If there's any more comments from the public. So with that said, we want to close our time for public comment. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn our meeting today. As we don't forget all the stuff, we want to remind you that our disposal sites are available at our waste center, that you don't need a yard waste sticker, and that will be from July 8th through Sunday, July 12th. And you just show your proof of residency, and both of those sites will be available to help with our cleanup. It's, again, the same rules apply, so it will be single axle, no dump trucks, no commercial vehicles. We ask that you do that. We ask that you have your patience. We thank all of our departments that are working so hard to get our town and get the debris cleared, and your yards and all of that wonderful stuff. With that said, please can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Have a great week.